Let's talk about a use case from the consumption side, from the data consumer's perspective. So actually a trend we have been seeing recently is that many companies and data teams have been working on new AI agents, BI agents, and bots. So basically helping data consumers within the organization to ask in plain English about the data to get business insights. Now, the results may seem promising, but the problem is that these agents have limited context on whether the data is updated, if there are any incidents or data issues, what's the quality of the data assets, is this the source of truth we should rely on? All of that context, these AI agents lack of, and this creates low trust, and the results are not that good. And with the elementary MCP, you can actually solve that, because the elementary MCP can enrich these AI agents for analytics with context about the metadata for governance. So for example, the documentation of the data assets, which assets are being used and consumed, and this way the agent can know which assets to rely on. Then the agent can also use the elementary MCP context to understand if the data is fresh, if there are any open incidents, if the quality is high for these data assets. It can be trained and enforced to rely only on assets that are updated and have no issues, and the quality is high, and this is the source of truth. Then the results are much more trusted and the adoption will grow.
So let's say this is my current setup. I have a cloud desktop connected to both a Snowflake MCP because this is my data warehouse, Snowflake, and I want it to be able to query data. And I also connected it to an elementary MCP server. Now I can ask questions about my data and know if it's reliable. So let's say I'm interested to know the value of a specific metric, maybe some marketing spend. In order to ask that question, I don't need to know in advance how is it calculated, where is it in the pipeline, where is it stored. This can be my starting point. And then Claude can use both elementary and the connection to Snowflake to answer that question. So it starts by searching the relevant data in elementary, and maybe there are multiple assets that contain related information. We want to know where are those assets. In each asset, elementary also returns the context of where it is stored in Snowflake. So Claude started searching the relevant assets in elementary, and then it used that information to know where to search the store data in Snowflake. So now we have all the metrics we wanted right away just by asking a simple question. But this is not enough. As I mentioned before, simply querying the data is not good enough. We want to see if we can rely on it. As you can see, Claude also asked about incidents and the lineage. So using elementary, now we can really understand if this data is reliable. So as we can see, Claude asked elementary about this, and now it can know the data is fresh, it's up to date. It was updated just the day before, and no active incidents detected. So the trust level is high. So now I have an answer to my question, and I know that I can really trust it.